ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Charter Channel 6, actually 193's coverage of the 2015 Tullahoma Alderman's election race. I'm Jim Fuller. I'll be your co-host tonight, and as always, it's my pleasure to be working with Mr. John Gray, who is the ultimate
time killer.
Which sometimes we have to do in elections like this. No, seriously, I think the only race that's out there tonight is the Tullahoma Alderman's race. 3 people contending for 2 seats. So hopefully this will be kind of a short election for you folks out there.
Be kind of quick. I know it was the only election in the county, so we'll hopefully get the results back from the Tullahoma polls pretty quickly. We have runners out at each poll, and I guess then, Jimmy, the first thing we'll really be looking for once the polls close is the early voting and absentee voting.
Correct. We'll be looking for that. Now I think as soon as the polls close, then actually they're able to get a vote count on that. Of course, it's all electronic.
Right.
So it happens pretty quick, but then they have to load that into the main machine some way or other over the election commission. So that may take a few minutes, but it's probably 15 or 20 minutes after we should probably have it.
Oh, we already have early voting?
All right, we already have early voting there. They will see it on your screen. Jimmy Blank's incumbent with $4.99. Ray Noyes, who is making his first run for public office at $5.40, and Sandy Lindeman, who's also an incumbent with $2.23. That is your early voting. And, we got it in a hurry tonight.
Yeah, that's real quick right there.
Hey, and you got to say that those folks over at the election commissioner, Bonita Davis, and all her staff over there do just such a wonderful job, actually.
Well, and they've always been very helpful to us in allowing us to space over there, because during a regular election, and we have a lot of county people to vote for, and different things, and senators and congressmen and such as that, we have people over in the actual office over there, and they allow us space and give us information as quickly as they can, to where we can get it to you as quickly as we can.
Absolutely. And even in this county here, when we have an election where everybody's up, including the commissioners, you've got a lot of folks running, and
a lot of
county offices, which occurs every 4 years. The Tullahoma Alderman race is for 3 years, and Jimmy Blanks, as I said previously, has been he's serving. I think he served since 2009, so he's already served 2 terms. Sandy Lindeman is also an incumbent, and she served 2 terms already, not consecutively. And as I previously mentioned, Ray Noyes making his first run for public office,
and is leading after the early voting and absentee. And in most years in the past, that has been a precursor of how the election usually ends up. Other than what last time we had a mayor's race.
Too close.
It was too close, and Blaine Curley made a run on election day and won that election.
Yes, he did.
So that's the only time I can remember those percentages being turned over.
And we've done a lot of these over the years, which
20 some odd,
which is sort of indicates our age, perhaps. But I have also seen that so many times, and that's the only time I've seen that.
Right, see that happen.
Now,
so,
of course, early voting ends about 3 or 4 days before.
It ended on Saturday.
This past Saturday. So so voters had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. There was 4 days between that.
Right.
So things can happen, and there could be something that could change.
Piece of information comes out, but it's. We don't get information shot to us like they do on Sports Center. They got breaking news about every other minute about something, and in a small town like this with just the 3 people running,
right.
I'm interested in seeing what the voting total, overall voting total will be.
Yes, and early voting was not all that impressive. There was 710 early votes counted, and there's 11,452 registered voters in Tullahoma. And
so that's less, about 8% or something like that. 6%.
6%.
Yeah, so that's
somewhere in that neighborhood. So
not a real good turnout.
Not a real good turnout, and you know, typically we might be looking for at least that many, or maybe 60% more than that for.
In the precincts.
Yeah, for election day. So we'll see how that turns out. But whatever turns out, it's going to be a pretty light turnout for this election.
Yeah.
And sort of, you know, there's been some changes in the way these elections have been scheduled over the years. And I think Tullahoma declined to kind of get on that schedule, the same one that Manchester's on the last time, because I guess it would have required. I could be wrong about this, but I think it would have required whoever the incumbents were serving another year.
Right.
And
right.
So they opted not to do that. And there's some other cities that did that as well. I know Deckard and Winchester, I think, both did that also. So you're finding that instead of having an election where you've got some county officials involved in it, or perhaps some state officials and all that sort of thing running for office, that these are strictly municipal elections that are occurring today. So and right now it's the newcomer is ahead right now after the early voting and absentee voting, and congratulations to him so far. That's right.
It's pretty good run so far on that.
Yeah.
So
you know, and voters in Tullahoma really we're very fortunate this time. 3 extremely qualified candidates.
Yes, very much so.
And people that are really interested in the city. So there's no. You know, it's a shame somebody has to lose, but somebody will before the night's over.
And you know, I want to thank all of them for their dedication to the city and allowing themselves to go through this and put up with all us citizens for the amount of time they're giving service back to their community, and we appreciate all of them for the service they give, because if you don't have qualified, dedicated people that help run your city, then you end up in a mess. And you know, Tullahoma seems to be rebounding and regaining a little bit now, and a lot of good things are going on, and I think we're at a pivotal point right now to where the governing that goes on from where we are right now over the next 10 years or so is probably going to be pretty critical as population continues to grow and economic and technical things happen that will be dragging people like you and me into the future. And we need some of these folks who understand that and understand business and technology to be able to have make the right decisions.
Yes, absolutely. I think we need to take just a moment here to acknowledge some of our great sponsors who make this possible. And folks, we'll be back in just a moment with more of this election show, and hopefully some more returns when we come back. Right now you have early voting and absentees, and you saw just a moment ago on your screen there, Ray Noyes, the newcomer in this political arena, leading with 540 votes. Jimmy Blanks, the incumbent, with 499, and Sandy Lindeman, also the incumbent, with 223. We'll be right back right after this.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
We're losing it, doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's got to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
It's new car discount season at Stan McNabb Chevy, and we have prices that'll beat anybody else. New vehicles up to $17,000 off. Check out this brand new 2015 Chevy Cruze, automatic Bluetooth XM radio, only $16,900. Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Stan McNabb has all the new car brands you love in one location. And don't forget, we'll match or beat any dealer's price or give you a check for $500. And check us out online or schedule your service at stanmcnabb.com.
All right, welcome back, folks, to our election coverage here on Charter 193. In case you are just now tuning in, can you show us, well, no, you may be updating back there, I won't. Ray Norris leading the ticket, I think, with 540.
540
on
in
the
early voting.
In the early voting, and Jimmy Blanks, I believe, had 499. We'll bring you those.
And Sandy Lindeman had 223.
223, I think. In
and
early
who
voting.
Do you have in here?
Yeah, we just got some information from the senior citizens in Tullahoma, and let's see, senior citizens has 1,216 registered voters. No, let me make that 1,524 that are eligible to vote over there. Very, very light turnout in the senior citizens. But Jimmy Blanks led in the senior citizens with 53 votes. Ray Norris with 50 votes, and Sandy Lindeman with 26. So that's kind of following those trends, folks, that we saw here early on in the early voting and absentees. John, do you have some more information?
I have a Hands-On Science Center, and there Ray Norris is leading the Hands-On Science Center with 10 votes, Jimmy Blanks with 9, and Sandy Lindeman with 8.
Okay.
Now, how many people did you say are capable of voting at the Senior Citizen Center?
At the Senior Citizen Center, there's 1,524.
And we have 129 people voted.
29, very light turnout.
1,500.
And I think we said early on when we first started, there's 11,452 Tullahoma residents who are eligible to vote. And in the early voting, there were 710, so that's like 6%.
Yeah, 6%.
And I don't believe we're actually seeing even that.
No, no. You got
as we're going forward.
1,500 votes, and you got 150 people voting. That's 1%, isn't it?
And we're getting. Go ahead and bring that over here. That's okay. We got some more votes coming in from another precinct. And,
all right, this is Wilson Avenue Church of Christ. Ray Noahs is also leading that district with 74 votes. Jimmy Blanks is second with 65, and Sandy Lindeman is third with 32.
Okay.
So the same trend is pretty well running across the board.
And you're seeing there, Ray Noahs making a great run here for his first time out. You know, sometimes it might take you twice to kind of get out there and you know, be able to compete with some of the incumbents. But a great run so far, as you're seeing on your. We're going to show you that total here in just a moment. If you go ahead and put that up on the screen and show them what we got so far, I believe that's we've got early voting and we've got 3 precincts at this stage of the game. And you see there, Ray Noahs leading the ticket there with 831 votes. Jimmy Blanks, the incumbent, with 758, and Sandy Lindeman, also the incumbent, with 362 votes. And we're getting another precinct in right now, which will make it forward. If you guys get a chance, you might update that little number on the bottom of the screen.
And
here.
Jimmy, we have the Lions Club in, which is a
big precinct.
How many people voted?
In the Lions Club, there's 1,934 registered voters there.
All right, so Ray Noahs also led the Lions Club with 157, Jimmy Blanks with 132, and Sandy Lindeman with 73.
Okay, that's the Lions Club precinct in Tullahoma. We now have 4 precincts out of 8, and
so it's 89, 159.
And they're I'm not sure if this includes Lions Club or not. They're 4 of 8, that's right. And you're seeing your updated totals there. Ray Noahs with 831, leading all of the candidates there. Jimmy Blanks with 758, Sandy Lindeman with 362. Very strong run we're seeing here by the newcomer Ray Noahs at this stage of the game. And that lead is pretty substantial right now. It's about 500 votes. Ray is probably, I'm going to say he's definitely going to get elected here tonight.
I would think so.
And looking also pretty good for with 758. Sandy Lindeman with 362. That's about a little less than 400 votes there margin in that race for second place. So we still have 4 more precincts out there. The largest one, as we mentioned just a moment ago, is the Lions Club in Tullahoma, with 1,934 people eligible to vote in that precinct, and those totals are in right now. The second second largest precinct is going to be Grace Baptist. We should be getting that hopefully momentarily. There's 1,763 people eligible to vote in Grace Baptist. So the trend, however, John, has not changed since we saw
since early voting.
Since early voting. So
I'll tell you what I want to do while we're waiting on the next thing. I want to, you Tullahoma people out there, I want to remind you, I went to a meeting last night at City Hall about the starting of the downtown beautification project that we've been working on for about 5 years now, and it will be starting this next week. So be cautious when you're down there and realize that for the next, I think they said that project is going to be a little over 300 days. So it's going to be something going on down there for the better part of a year. So just keep that in mind. They're going to make it available for all the businesses to be open, even when they're doing the sidewalks. They will build ramps to into the businesses, and you will have places to park. They're going to do it in sections, to where they'll do half of a street, half of a block, where the other four parking sections on that block will be available to be used. But I just wanted everyone out there to know that starting, they hope Monday or Tuesday, there will be barrels being delivered down there, and there'll be it'll change a little bit, but it's still going to be open for business, and they're going to do everything they can to make sure that you'll be able to shop and do the business you need to do downtown during this process.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think part of that funding is coming from a state grant that we got a couple of years ago.
Yeah, about 4 years ago, the governor came down here and gave us what?
I'm thinking $500,000.
It's close to it, $468,000, $70,000.
That's right. So it was a big deal, and it's going to make a huge difference to downtown, which is, that's something that we can be very proud of.
Right, that's right. It's going to, because Manchester's has been done and Winchester's has been done, and now we'll be able to do that and have a spruced up, good looking downtown area.
Absolutely. Okay, we have 4 of 8 precincts reporting so far, ladies and gentlemen. To give you an update if you're just joining us, Ray Noyes, who is the newcomer in this race, not a newcomer to Tullahoma by any means.
No,
but
no. He's
to the
worked
political arena
for about 40 years.
49 years, I think, or 50 or something like that.
He's been around, good man.
Ray Noyes leading all of the contenders tonight with 831 votes, followed by incumbent Jimmy Blanks with 758. And Sandy Lindeman, also an incumbent, with 362. That's 4 of 8 precincts reporting. It also includes the early voting totals and absentees. So a little more than, with the early votings and absentees, we're a little more than halfway home at this stage of the game. And
tell you what, let's do. I see that Mr. Noyes has walked into the studio here. Why don't we take a quick commercial break?
Why don't we take him? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Get him up on the
set. We'll make arrangements to get Ray Noyes in here. He may not be quite ready to declare victory, but we can at least talk to him. I think I would say he's going to be one of the 2 at this stage.
I would say so.
All right, folks. And we didn't give any warning back there in the control room, so if you're ready for a commercial break, let's go ahead and do that, and we'll try to get Ray Noyes up here.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
It's new car discount season at Stan McNabb Chevy, and we have prices that'll beat anybody else. New vehicles up to $17,000 off. Check out this brand new 2015 Chevy Cruze, automatic Bluetooth XM radio, only $16,900. Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Stan McNabb has all the new car brands you love in one location. And don't forget, we'll match or beat any dealer's price or give you a check for $500. And check us out online or schedule your service at stanmcnabb.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and joining me now, we're pleased to have with us Ray Noyes, who is now leading this ticket tonight for Alderman in Tullahoma, and we'll tell you that if you can, let me see the totals. If you can't, don't worry about that. I will tell you that Ray is leading the ticket with 831 votes, I think, and we still got some out there. We've got a can 41, okay, 841, followed by Jimmy Blanks, and I don't know at the moment what his total is, and it does look like Ray is in the driver's seat at this stage of the game, and we're calling you a winner here, at least at this stage of the game. You got to be excited about that, Ray.
I am excited. I'm humbled, but excited, extremely excited. I've been welcomed into so many people's homes as I go around knocking on doors. I've gone to 1,728 homes to let them talk to me, to listen to them, because that's one of the things I've pledged to do, is to listen and represent the voters of this community. I've said I'd be accessible and responsive. I hope this is the message that I've sent, and I think it's been well received.
It certainly looks like it has, and might show us those totals right there real quick. Those are the most recent totals. That's 5 of 8 precincts, plus early voting and absentee, and Ray leading there with 940 votes, followed by incumbent Jimmy Blanks with 869, and Sandy Lindeman with 420 votes. I think that's, again, 5 of 8 precincts. I don't believe we have Grace Baptist precinct in here yet, which is one of the larger ones. We should have it momentarily, and but again, we are still calling Ray Noyes the winner here, at least one of those seats right there. Ray, whatever motivated you to get into the local political arena?
I served as the district governor for Rotary for a year. Had an opportunity to go to 65 other communities in the eastern half of our state. Had an opportunity to see how other communities did things there. I hope to bring back some of those best practices from those communities to put them to work here in Tullahoma. So that was an experience that I think through Rotary, I think will really benefit the city of Tullahoma.
And I'm guessing that probably, the Rotary does, as most of you guys know out there, that there's tremendous amount of volunteer work and helpful things for our community and communities across the state. And I have to think that the contacts you've made through that, especially in this community, as well as your work experience, has helped you tremendously.
Well, of course, the work experience is something I'm tremendously proud of, having worked at Microcraft for 31 years in the aerospace industry. I think that since we call ourselves an aerospace community, I think it'd be good to have someone on the board that had some actual aerospace experience. So that's what I've hoped to bring, is some aerospace business management to the board.
Which I'm guessing, and you probably know more than I, but obviously the aerospace industry is huge to this community.
Well, it's huge to the community. We've got the Arnold Engineering Development Center, of course, is the backbone of the community, but we've also got United Technologies, a Goodrich, the aerospace manufacturer of landing gear. We've also got others in the community, and I mentioned Microcraft, certainly a strength. We've got the University of Tennessee Space Institute. Many astronauts have gone through our community to fly in space. So unless you've seen the space station fly over in the last couple of nights,
that's been an event,
exciting thing to see, and to feel like you've had a part in making that happen has been rewarding for me. But I hope to take that experience and put it to work for the city.
The weather's been pretty hot the last month, and that didn't seem to faze you a bit. You're still out there knocking on those doors. You wanted this pretty bad, I think.
Well, Jimmy, I got in this race to win. I didn't want to do it halfway or half-heartedly. I wanted to do everything I could do that I knew to do, but being a newcomer, I just didn't know everything I knew to do, that I needed to do. So I've worked hard at this. I've knocked on 1,728 doors, as I mentioned, and had a very favorable response to people I've talked to. Only one individual that I spoke with was a somewhat negative, but it was an interesting exchange. I said, well, my name's Ray Norris. I'm a candidate for alderman. He said, well, I'm sorry, but I've already voted. I said, well, I sure hope you voted for me. He said, well, no, I didn't vote for any of them. He said, I didn't like any of them, so I turned in a blank ballot. So I spoke with him for 5 minutes or so. He said, I sure wish I could have talked to you before I voted. So that made me feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, that's a lot of doors to have knocked on, and it's obviously showing in your vote totals here tonight. As you move into actually serving, and again, we're perhaps a little premature, but we've seen a lot of these, and you know, this trend has not changed since we looked at the early voting and absentee. So we're calling you a winner tonight, most likely Jimmy Blanks as well. What do you hope to do, and what do you hope to accomplish as you actually serve?
Well, first let me say this about the race.
Okay.
I felt like I had there were excellent people serving on the board. The incumbent aldermen were people of character.
Yes.
And I had my work cut out for me to try to compete against two good candidates, people I have respect for. So I think it's been a well-run campaign on all three candidates' part. There's not been any animosity. There's not been any negative feelings in any way. So I was fortunate to be in a campaign where you could look at the campaign on the issues and not individuals.
Sure.
So those as you ask the question, what do I hope to accomplish? What Tullahoma needs more than anything else, we need industry. We need jobs. I hope that my experience over the past few years will help create that environment. Retail follows jobs. We're doing pretty well getting retail in the community, but I'm afraid we're not doing nearly as well getting jobs here. We've just got to do a better job recruiting industry. The retail will follow.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that your experience and what you've done in your career is in your life. I think you're retired now, or sort of retired, if you call it that, but it really qualifies you to probably be very good at that.
I trust that it will. That's what I have committed to the voters to do, is to do everything an alderman can do to try to bring jobs to the community. So that's what I will be working as hard for as an alderman can.
So, you know, I know it's been rough on you because you've had to do all this knocking on doors and stuff, and the weather's been, as I mentioned previously, it's been pretty hot the last little while here. So, do you plan to take a few days off and kind of recoup from this?
In the morning at sunup, my wife and I will be out picking up campaign signs.
Oh, okay.
And that'll be a fun thing to do. But speaking of my wife, I've really had a secret weapon in this campaign. That's been my wife, Ann.
Yeah.
Ann has truly been a resource that I really was fortunate to have. She knew, as I would go around knocking on doors, she would say, so-and-so lives here, and I know them from this place and that. But she knew more people than I did, really. But she has been a trooper. She's been to every one of those doors with me.
Yes.
And to her, I owe a tremendous debt.
Yeah, Ray, thank you so much for taking the time.
My
I know
pleasure.
you're busy, and I know there's celebrations going on, several of which you need to be at.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you for stopping by here tonight and talking with us. And for goodness sakes, good luck in your new venture here. And we
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it. Really, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're about to wrap this up here in just a moment. I can't read that sign. Come a little closer. Come right over here next to me. Now, I don't know if you can get this young lady on camera here.
Yeah.
But Okay.
All right.
So I think we now have all the totals here.
We've got them all.
Yeah, except Grace Baptist.
I gave you Grace just a minute ago.
Did you?
Right there.
Okay. The one that used to be Smead's the only one we had. There's only 47 registered voters out there, so and CD stamps I don't see any information on. So
isn't it down at the bottom down there?
No, I'm not sure what that is, but
turn it over. Is anything on the back?
No.
All right. Well, I've got First Christian Church. Did we already do that one?
No, we have not.
First Christian Church, we have Jimmy Blanks with 38 votes, 38 votes, Ray Noes with 40, and Sandy Lindeman with 15.
Okay, now I've got Grace Baptist now, and in Grace Baptist we have Jimmy Blanks with 111, Ray Noes with 109, Sandy Lindeman with 58, and I guess there was one write-in at Grace Baptist. Now, I think
might have been for you, Jimmy.
I think it was 25 years since.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that's all of the precincts reporting now, folks, except one that had 40 something. Schmead.
Yeah.
And we don't have that, but again,
it's insignificant.
Which is kind of insignificant at this stage of the game. There were actually 46 people eligible to vote in that one precinct, and with the turnout that we've seen so far, probably we wouldn't see but 7 or 8 votes out of that anyway.
Right.
So we can call this right now, I think, don't you think, John?
I think so.
When we say 7 of 8 precincts, these are unofficial totals, by the way. They're not official until the county election committee sends them over here to us and certifies that. Actually, I don't think they're even official tonight. They're official. We call it official when they send them to us. But,
right. But we got these right off the polling machines.
I'm pretty confident that's not going to change. So there's your winner. Ray Noes and Jimmy Blanks will be the 2 aldermen for the next 3 years. Ray Noes leading the ticket with 1,027 votes. Jimmy Blanks with 955, and incumbent Sandy Lindeman with 460. So it looks like that Jimmy Blanks and Ray Noes will be your alderman for the next 3 years, and we are actually calling it that way at this stage of the game. And Sandy Lindeman, congratulations to you for your service,
very much so.
Great job and a great person, and we really appreciate what you've always done for this community, not just as an elected official, but as a volunteer in many causes.
Many things. She's always behind a good cause.
And I'm sure she's going to find something else that she's not one to sit on the sidelines.
She's the co-chairman of, along with Kathy Orr, of Light Up South Jackson that the Centennial Women's Club is doing, which is a 2-year project. So she'll have plenty to do. But I do agree. We appreciate your service, Sandy, very much.
Absolutely. So, folks, for now, if something major were to happen, we would come back on the air and change that. But I don't think anything. I think we're pretty confident in what we have here. And
all right, our back room's telling us it's time to close, so we can get on to our next program.
Time to close. We now will. John Gray, thank you. It's a pleasure to work with you on this kind of show again.
It's been fun.
All right, and we are going to close and resume our regular program.
Folks, good night, and thank you very much for watching.